Wheel of Pain. 20,000 pounds of wood, sand, and rope. A barbaric apparatus and a befitting test for the 10 strongest men in the world. Event 3 of the 2020 Arnold Strongman Classic is next. Day 1 of the Arnold Strongman Classic is about to come to a close here in Columbus, Ohio. But before we reach the finale of our day, we have one of the most highly anticipated events in all of Strongman. The Wheel of Pain is coming up. I'm Sam Farber, he's Dr. Bill Crawford, and we are back here in Columbus, Ohio, ready for the continuation of the Arnold Strongman Classic. 2 events are already in the books. Some very impressive performance, and some of the names we expected are near the top of the standings again. The competition started with trial by stone. 2-time defending champion Hafthor Bjornsson blew through all 5 stones and set a sub-1 minute time. But Mateusz Kieliszkowski was on his game. Poland's strongest man posted a time of 53.72 seconds, and he got the Event 1 win. Kieliszkowski moving his seats, the new time to beat. Wow. In Event 2, bag over bar, Kieliszkowski had another solid showing, tying for 3rd, but Hafthor was in his element. He outdueled Kieliszkowski and won the event with a successful throw at 90 pounds. 90 pounds, he's got it.
Wow, nobody's better in the world at this than Hafthor Bjornsson.
Here are your standings through 2 events. Hafthor Bjornsson in first place, but as you can see, Mateusz Kieliszkowski is within striking distance. Essentially, if he beats him by even 1 spot in the next event, the Wheel of Pain, he could see himself flip to first place at the end of 1 day of competition. Time now for Event 3, the Wheel of Pain. And Bill, this thing is formidable. 20,000 pounds, 21 feet tall. Only an event like this could demand it.
Absolutely, and Rogue did such an unbelievable job putting this implement together, obviously in homage to Arnold, but it's also a great strongman event. The competitors push the wheel as far as they can for 60 seconds, and the farthest distance wins. It's purely simple and absolutely tough.
For more on the Wheel of Pain, let's check in with Kiki Dixon.
This year for the Wheel of Pain, the rules have changed just a little bit. For starters, they must keep both hands on the rope portion. After that, they cannot push their back. They can't use their back to get after it here. And lastly, they can't put their neck underneath the arm of the device.
Thank you, Kiki. Let's kick off our coverage here in Event 3 with the man who finished 3rd on this event in 2019. Alexi Novikov, someone you thought was going to perform very well, particularly in trial by stone. He finds himself right now in 7th place. If he's going to make a run at the podium, he needs a good performance here.
He had a great performance in this event last year.
Here he goes. 1 minute on the clock. The Wheel of Pain underway for Alexi Novikov from Kiev, Ukraine. Has that positive experience in 2019, the first year of the Wheel of Pain.
He's got some pretty big steps going on. It looks like he's got some momentum based on speed, and he looks to be a little ahead of the other athletes. Slowing down a little bit. There he goes to the shoulder.
Seems to be going to it a little bit earlier. Is that him just kind of knowing with his experience when to make that alteration?
Yes, his shoulder's fatigued a little bit, keeping it moving. The leverage has changed a little bit. Now this is the mental approach. This is the mental toughness that we were talking about.
Seems to be getting stronger as he goes here. Final few seconds. Trying to get a little more momentum. Every inch counts. And he goes all the way around.
Fantastic. Great leverage early on, then he changes up, puts his shoulder on it, but he just keeps his feet moving and he doesn't give up. That's where the mental toughness comes in. That's wanting that every inch because he knows how important it is for the points. Fantastic.
Alexi Novikov pushes through the pain and sets the distance to beat. But on deck, the man who won this event a year ago. Martins Licis, aka the Dragon, rematches with the Wheel of Pain next.
The 2020 Arnold Strongman Classic on CBS Sports is sponsored by Theragun. Change the way you move. GoRuck. Founded by a Green Beret, GoRuck is an American brand with Special Forces roots. And by Rogue. Don't weaken.
Welcome back to the Columbus Convention Center and continuing coverage of the 2020 Arnold Strongman Classic presented by Rogue. Martins Licis was the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic runner-up in large part because of a win in the Wheel of Pain.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of the women.
We caught up with the 2019 World's Strongest Man to get his thoughts on the best way to tackle the world's largest strength implement.
This year, the rules have slightly changed. It's probably for the better in terms of performance. Last year, I figured I would only keep my arms extended and locked out fully in front of me so I could use my leverage to its maximum potential. A lot of other guys just put their chests on the beam and then pushed it in a circle. That was their mistake. So to really be good at Conan's wheel, you need to have good mobility in the shoulders so you can be locked out and stacked up. A straight line from hands to hip. So it really comes down to if these guys have been stretching for this event.
The Dragon knows how to handle the Wheel of Pain, but Bill, with Licis in 5th overall, he really needs an event win.
This is right in his wheelhouse. He's got mental toughness to spare, and as I talk about, a big motor. In other words, he's got a lot of strength and endurance capability. Here he goes, starting off with his hands out. Long, long steps. He says you can get momentum on this if you get the sand moving in the right direction, and that's what he proved last year. Let's see if he goes to the shoulder in a little bit. Excellent leverage, keeping his feet moving. He's around the 30-second mark. This is where most of the athletes have actually put their shoulders onto the implement.
He is making really good time. So already past Kieliszkowski, not a surprise there. He was going with one leg, but fast approaching that 160 range.
Look at the length of his strides. Look at the length of his strides. That is unbelievable. He's got some momentum here late.
About 10 seconds remaining. New mark to beat is set. How far can he go?
Right to the end. Wow. That was a great effort. Look at the length of his strides. He's got that great leverage. He's really pushing against the implement, keeping his feet moving, but really long strides. Mental toughness is his forte.
Martins might need a little extra time to recover after setting the mark to beat. Next up, Rob Kearney, who in his debut performance has been extremely exciting from his diving finish in Trial by Stone. Now he'll tackle the Wheel of Pain.
I gave him an A++ on that move. That was unbelievable. He did a great, great job. And I've got a feeling he's going to give absolutely everything he's got on this, as all the athletes have, but he'll probably surprise us a little bit. Good leverage. He's got his hands on the implement solidly, taxing the shoulders a little bit, keeping his feet moving. Not quite the stride length that Martins had, but a little quicker pace.
Martins Licis with the mark to beat, about 10 feet past what Alexi Novikov was able to push. Good start so far here for Rob. A little more than halfway through.
He's looking great. Now he's going to start seeing names that he can start to pass and pick up points. This is the meat of the competition. He's got 15 seconds. He needs about another 10 or 15 feet to really push his points up.
Grinding for every inch.
He never went to the shoulder. Had his hands extended the entire time.
He did pass Mateusz Belszak's spot, so he'll move into 3rd place thus far.
He never went to the shoulder. He kept his hands out. He felt that was his best leverage point. He kept his feet moving and then let his mental toughness continue him on. Great effort.
The top performance so far still belongs to Martins Licis, and he could really use an event win. But the overall leaders have other ideas. More Wheel of Pain when we return. Welcome back to the 2020 Arnold Strongman Classic, where we're on event 3, the Wheel of Pain. Still have 3 men left to go, but so far, last year's Wheel of Pain winner, Martins Licis, is your leader. Let's see how some of the others have fared. Mateusz Belshak, even with a bad hip, was still able to push the wheel 77 feet. He sits in 4th place.
Fantastic effort from him, overcoming this injury at this point.
Veteran American Jerry Pritchett pushed the wheel 72 feet. He sits in 5th place.
That was a great effort by Jerry.
Rookie Bobby Thompson got his first taste of the Wheel of Pain. He's in 6th out of 7 athletes.
Great effort. Bobby's got to feel good about that.
And Mikhail Shivlikov, dealing with a serious ankle injury, gutted through 48 feet, a testament to his toughness and Siberian spirit.
This is pride. Injury or no injury, he's at the Arnold. He's a great athlete. This is the heart of a champion.
Only 3 athletes left to go, and they are the top 3 in the overall standings. JF Caron is up next, currently in 3rd place, 14.5 points.
This is going to be an event that he needs to have a great effort for, because tomorrow we have a couple events he's quite good at, like deadlift and frame carry. So starting with extended hands, really long strides. Look at his quadriceps engaging. Moving his feet, already slowing down a little bit, deciding that longer strides might be the way to go a little bit. He's got those great shoulders, all that strength in his shoulders. I wonder if it's going to go to the shoulder. He needs to have a little more effort here. It's already halfway.
This is a 10-ton apparatus.
I know, it's easy for us to say, right? That sand's shifting back because the speed's slowing down and it might stop. There he goes. He's got to almost restart. What a tough, tough thing to do. Almost restart when he changed that technique.
10 seconds left. He is just now passing Mikhail Shivlikov. This is going to be a standings-altering performance, to say the least, and maybe not in the best way for JF Caron.
So notice that he had good leverage, but his feet did slow down some. When he changed off to the shoulder technique, it almost stopped, and he had to restart, and that takes a ton of energy. But again, that mental toughness to keep pushing through.
Ends up going 63, which does not reach what some of our early competitors were able to post. Up next, Mateusz Kieliszkowski, who is currently in 2nd overall. He hails from Poland, where he's adopted a no-frills approach to training.
Mieszkam w bardzo małej wsi, miejscowość nazywa się Chlebów. Żyje tutaj około 30-40 osób. Wychowałem się tutaj, żyję tutaj od dziecka. We will train today log lift, hustle stone, and for finish stone shoulder. 3 events today. Zacząłem trenować w wieku 16 lat. W wieku 17 lat dostałem pierwsze zaproszenie na zawody amatorskie Strongman, które wygrałem. Następnie startowałem w kolejnych zawodach w Polsce. I am 4 times Poland strongest man, so I hope that I will be 5th and 6th, we'll see. There is my all trophies from my career. This silver is most important from this year, my 2nd place from World Strongest Man. I won this competition in UK. This is for Europe, from Europe Strongest Man. I put here a lot of medals from another competition. I have also Brian Shaw autograph for me. Obecnie jestem najmłodszym zawodnikiem wśród grona na Arnold Classic. We must training this outside because gym is too short. So we need longer distance and we training here. Gdybym wygrał Arnold Classic, było to dla mnie potężne szczęście, spełnienie moich marzeń. Stanąć na pierwszym miejscu tak wielkich, potężnych zawodów jest to niesamowite wrażenie i na pewno duma dla samego siebie, jak i rodziny i całego państwa.
Mateusz Kieliszkowski, third place finisher a year ago. Second to last competitor. He came into this event with 17.5 points, so he has to finish 2 spots ahead of Hafthor Bjornsson to pass him at the end of day 1.
There he goes. Look, he's got a lot of momentum going. Wow, that is moving really quickly. If you can see it in person, it's really moving fast right now. That's about the fastest I've ever seen it move, actually. He's only 20 seconds in, and he's already passing people.
His strides are just longer. He is strong for the strong men.
Yes, long strides. Look at him. He's applying those quads and those calves. He looks like Arnold in the movie.
No after effects here.
There we go. He's approaching the leader. He's got it 15 seconds
still.
Great performance. He still had his hands out even. There he goes. He's got it.
Final 5 seconds. Where can he put the mark to beat?
This is a ton of pressure on Hafthor. That's a great performance. Wow. Wow. Great leverage, and he keeps his feet moving, but he had those great strides initially. He's using those powerful quadriceps and calves to create that leverage. Fantastic. Ton of pressure on Hafthor. That's unbelievable.
112 feet. Mateusz Kieliszkowski now holds the distance to beat, but the mountain remains. The conclusion of the Wheel of Pain when we return.
The 2020 Arnold Strongman Classic on CBS Sports is sponsored by Theragun. Change the way you move. GoRuck. Founded by a Green Beret, GoRuck is an American brand with Special Forces roots. And by Rogue. Don't weaken.
The Wheel of Pain is interesting. It just comes down to how much can you suffer for those 60 seconds, and that's something we've been trying to ingrain over the past 12 weeks while getting ready for this contest.
I train on the turf with a yoke, a Rogue yoke, and I push during 1 minute, the most distance as possible.
I train every week, car push, uphill.
My strategy going into that event is just to keep my arms straight and just push until the time is up.
Welcome back inside the Rogue Arena for the finale of Event 3. Both Hafthor Bjornsson and Mateusz Kieliszkowski have an event win already, and one of them will score a win in the Wheel of Pain. Kieliszkowski has the lead, pushing 112 feet, but Hafthor has the advantage of knowing how far he must go for the win. Mountain is on the move. Bill, this is a good start.
He's trained really hard on these types of implements. Great foot movement. He's got great leverage. Long, long, long strides.
Doesn't appear to have it moving quite as fast as Kieliszkowski did, but he's moving it pretty darn well.
He's moving it very well. Not only that, he's continuing it moving. He's only 30 seconds into it.
This is where Kieliszkowski started to slow just a bit.
As Hafthor has, but he's continuing that leverage. This is when you dig down and take home more points.
If he can pass Licis, he will stay in first place overall. 10 seconds left.
He wants to win this event. He's almost there.
And that's gonna have to be good enough. And comes up just shy of Martin's Licis, so that means a third place finish for Hafthor Bjornsson. It's an event win for Mateusz Kieliszkowski. What's your breakdown, Bill?
He kept his arms out. He kept great leverage. His feet did slow. Maybe later on he thinks about it and says, maybe I should have put my shoulder against it, but he had a great effort. Top 3 finish still keeps him right in it. He's right on pace to have a championship again.
Mateusz Kieliszkowski with that performance gets the full 10 points, and because Bjornsen did not get past Licis, that will influence our standings at the end of one day. Let's go to the competition floor. Our champion from event 3, the Wheel of Pain, Mateusz Kieliszkowski, standing by.
Mateusz, you've obviously got the magic touch with the Wheel of Pain. What's the secret here?
Oh, I train special because everybody push yoke in gym. My training was much different because I have small track, put weight, extra weight on the top, and push this track uphill all time. I think I talked before, maybe I'm wrong because I have different training, but it's work.
It certainly did work. Now, the pain faces are pretty indicative of what's going on out there, but mentally, where are you going during an event like this?
Oh, now I have big motivation to fight more.
Yes, you do. We look forward to seeing you on day 2.
Yeah, I will fight. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So with a win on event 3, Mateusz Kieliszkowski reclaims the overall lead, a half point up on two-time defending champion Hafthor Bjornsson. Martins Licis was 7th after one event. He's now up to 3rd, and JF Caron falls from a podium position, dropping from 3rd to 5th. We're at the halfway point of this competition. Mateusz Kieliszkowski, a very slim lead, but Hafthor Bjornsson has his best event coming up next. The Rogue Elephant Bar Deadlift is on deck, and it is sure to shake up the leaderboard. Can Poland's strongest man maintain his lead over Bjornsen, or will he crumble before the mountain? Find out next time when the 2020 Arnold Strongman Classic continues on CBS Sports Network. Till then, for Dr. Bill Crawford and Kiki Dixon, I'm Sam Farber. Thanks for watching. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.